Hello and welcome, people. How are you? How are you? Let me see who's here. Victor, Mijo, that one guy, Crafty. Welcome to the stream. How is it going? How is it going? I hope it's going well. It's a Friday now, so I'm excited. I'm excited, so I can rest in the weekend. But to be honest, I really like the progress that we have been making during the week. So let me read you. My favorite YouTuber is back with a live. Thank you for the kind words, Crafty. Appreciate it. And that one guy says hello. What's up? That one guy. Um, Gustav going to join? Gustav? I don't know. And Crafty say good. I waited for you live. Well, we are live now, so no more waiting to do. Let me tell you what we're going to do today, and also what I did off stream, because I did some things off stream, and it's mainly this refactoring the health script. You remember yesterday I told you I was going to do like a cleanup of the health script, so I did, and that one guy is like Gustavo is Sergot's real name, lol. Yeah, I figured it was you were talking about Sergot. Or well, I just call him Cheese, or Cheese Guy. And you say I got up super late, so I'm still doing school. Well, Godspeed to you with the school. Okay, so let me tell you, or let me show you exactly what I did. So I can pull up the changes that I did for the health script, and you can see, well, the functionality is actually the same, but I caught some problems that I'm going to tell you in a second. And you can see I added some lines, but mostly it's cleanup. Like I removed a lot in there, so it's way cleaner now. And everything that you see that's on red, it's things that I deleted, and everything that you see on green is things that I added. So now it's way cleaner than it was before. Yeah, he has 3 versions of his name. Yeah, I just call him Cheese. I asked him how should I call him, and he said Cheese, so I'm sticking with that. So yeah, that's the cleanup. Also, I noticed that let me tell you, let me show you. So here, well, I fixed the the ticks system for the game. So, oh, and by the way, let me get the camera. Let me get the background off. So, yeah, I noticed that in the game you had like ticks, and those ticks were before they were 1 second, one tick. But we changed it, I think yesterday or the day before. So they were throwing a lot of problems. So I did just one change that is going to, for example, for the fireball, uh, is going to still do damage every second, but uh, the duration is still defined by ticks, which are equal to 0.1. But yeah, that's it. And also, you see when I do the electricity spell, these guys no longer get as stunned as before, and that's because the the real duration of the script wasn't set to 0.2 seconds as you said, but it was set to something else basically. So now it's just 0.2, and I think it's um so little time. So I think I'm gonna make that it's yeah, make it stay for a little bit longer. And we can't forget Gutek and Crafty USA, best two YouTubers in the world, romanleco and romanlenco. Well, I think there has been like a lot of ways that people have written my name. So if you can like say the R, or if you put an R, I'm just going to assume you're talking about me. Uh, and before you say I agree with whatever Crafty you said and deleted, keyboard on fire. And Miho says someone get him a new cat that doesn't set his keyboard on fire. And Chayan Bidasi says, "Yo, bro, cool content. Thank you so much for the kind words, Chayan. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and forgive me if I'm not." And the game name, we don't have a name, but for now it's just like the untitled wizard game. So yeah, this is the real behavior of things when it's working correctly. And let me select the electricity spell again, so you can see, even though it is working, I need to increase the time that it stays there so it actually does something. And we're also going to improve the visuals on it so it's a little bit more clear. So remember when I said I was going to do like some electricity beams, or yeah, electricity going from the impact towards the other enemies that are impacted? Well, that's what I'm going to be doing today too. And Crafty, you say, or Jayan say, it's okay. Oh, next. And Crafty, you say, my Google says he's the best game creator. Very flattering. And that one guy say, no, cut. A cut. And Miho always say the programming god, as we say. One day, one day. Okay, so yeah, let me just show you, because I'm very proud of this one-liner that I threw on the health script. So here, in... Oh yeah, I basically remember that we had like a bunch of stuff on here. Well, we still have a bunch of stuff, but everything is commented. So I'm going to tell you exactly how it works now, because before it was a little bit complicated to explain it, because I didn't really understand it completely myself, since it has been long since I worked on that, and I didn't have any comments. So now I have a lot more. So first, this is the line that I'm proud of, or well, these two lines actually. We're just getting the time, and we can get the active status. So for example, when you damage an enemy, it's going to like tell, okay, what element it is. It's going to be like fire, and it's going to be at time, I don't know, 2 seconds, you know? So then I can have that time and compare it against the current time. So let's say now it's time 4, and the time that we added this is time 2. So the difference is 2, and we can check against that. So yeah, we're going to have the remainder of that, well, divided by 1, and that's going to give us the time where it should deal damage. So when it has to deal damage, it's going to deal damage. That's my one-liner. But let me go real quick through this. So if you're interested in how I'm doing this, you can like get it. And Chayan, you say, how do I donate? Well, if you want to donate, the first link in the description of of the live is linked to my Coffee. So yeah, if you want to donate me, you can do it there. And thank you in the case that you're going to donate. And Chayan, you say, yo, I don't understand that type of coding. It's C sharp. I'm using a program called Unity that is made for for making games. And yeah, the language that it uses is C sharp. Miho, you say, I'm just going, oh my god, he writes comments. This is legendary. Because I'm lazy as hell and don't write comments. It is understandable what it is by looking at it, figure it out, future me. Yeah, it's I depending on what it is, I don't write comments, but when it's something that has multiple steps, I tend to do it because or I should do it because otherwise, how will I remember? So yeah, every second since the status has been added, deal damage if there is damage to deal, because not all the statuses cause damage on over time. For example, the ice one and the electricity don't really deal damage over time, just the fire one. So if it has damage over time, it's gonna deal damage. Now, moving on. Then we are going to get the expired states. So if the status no longer like the duration already like expired, I'm going to get them into a list that is like a cleanup list for them. So once I have them there, I'm going to just iterate through that list, get every value there, and I'm going to remove that. Then I count however many status I have left after I remove the ones that are expired. I'm going to basically count them, and I'm using a dictionary here that has element and an int, so I can just say whatever element, and you can get exactly how many statuses or how many spells are there with that element. So yeah, going back to here, no, not here, but here, once we count them, we can know like what we have. So for every element, if its count is less than 1 and it's active right now, I'm going to remove its element status. So that means if it was activated and there is no more of it, I'm going to deactivate it. Moving on, the only thing that's left is the functionality, and the visuals are separated. So now I need to find the particles that have expired and also add them to a cleanup list, and then I just clean them up. So for our particles, that would be setting their parent to null, so they no longer are attached to any object, and disabling them, and that would be it. And then I just reset the lists and dictionaries that I'm using for everything here. So that's it. That's the cleanup. And Chayan, you say nice, keep going. I will, thank you. And Crafty, you say does C# has function or something to warn or like a luau pcall. When the code doesn't work, the code will not break instantly. Practically a safe protocol. Yeah, you can do try get or try catch. So if you wanna try do something, you can do it, and then if it throws an errors, you have the catch, and you can specify what the catch is gonna do when the error comes. Or you can, for example, do null checking. For example, if something is null and you're trying to access it, you're not going to do it. Instead, you're going to do a debug.log error. So those are the most common types to catch errors in C#, at least that I know of. And Me always say, but like if you use Notepad, you won't see errors until you compile it all. Yeah, exactly. And BSM8299 says, "What you doing?" Hello BSM. I'm doing a game here, and I was just explaining what I did yesterday because I cleaned up a function that we were working on. So I wanted to let you know like exactly what I did off camera. And yeah, this is the game that I'm working on. You're this silly little guy here. You're a wizard, so you can cast with control and an arrow combination. You can select your spells, and you need to get into these zones here and beat these guys. Which currently we have two types of enemies. The humanoid enemies are on the ground, and the flying enemies that are flying, and each of those have three variations. So one for normal, one for ice, and one for fire. And depending on where you are, they are going to spawn or not. So yeah, after you beat the zone, you break that core and go to another zone. That's what we have right now. It's pretty early in its development, and if you want to play the current version, well, I think I'm going to have an update of the version that's out there this weekend. But yeah, you can try it in the second link in the description for free. And Unity can sort of tell, but and Outlaw CF say, "Yo, what is this? It looks cool. I'm gonna subscribe." Thank you so much, Outlaw. Appreciate it. Yeah, so this is I just explained it. But yeah, it's a magic game here that I'm working on. And Nepo, you're here. What's up, Nepo? Welcome to the stream. You say at work don't have audio. Wanted to say hi. No worries, Nepo. Appreciate it. And yeah, good luck with work today. And Crafty, you say, oh, because in Luau there is a function called pcall. If the code fails, it doesn't break out the scripts. Yeah, I think you can do like try catch in here. Um, or yeah, I think that's the way you do it here. And Jaden Greenwald says, "Oh, and bug checks. Will it be available for mobile?" What's up, Jaden? Welcome to the stream. It's not going to be available for mobile, just because the controls are very hard to port and make good in mobile, and also it involves more developing on my end. So yeah, I don't have plan to make this game or port this game for mobile. Unity stops everywhere. Yeah, like it's not going to crash. There are certain instances where Unity is not going to crash or not going to crash your game, but you still have errors. Um, and we always say 1.28k subs is crazy. Are you ready to be bald? I hope so. I hope so. And Drafty, you say I want to work on my UI hot skills too. Uh, cool stuff. Yeah, I think working on UI is super underrated. I would like to get better too. Okay, so let me see. I have a problem where yeah, I wanted to show you this because I still have another problem I haven't showed you, and that's something that I want to change before I do a commit, and like I update the repo basically. So yeah, here, for example, if I use, let's use the ice bomb, so you can see this, and I need to get fire enemy showing up because on the normal enemies, you can see the overlay effects work very well. You can see exactly like they are getting frozen, but the problem is with not these ones, but on the fire and ice enemies. So on both of those, maybe I'm not assigning something correctly, and there is a part of them that doesn't change color or get an overlay on their material, so it's looking a little bit weird. So let me get in here, and so I can actually show you what it looks like, because it's a little bit weird that it works for everything else except that. So yeah, let me get an ice bomb here, and let me show you. I'm gonna go slow motion, and you see this guy. This guy like did the whole animation in color change, but its head doesn't really change um, color. So that's weird. That's weird. Maybe it's the way I set them up. I'm not really sure. but I need to check and go into them and see what is happening there, because otherwise the color change is going to say, yeah, he's hot-headed. Exactly. So yeah, I don't want them to be hot-headed. I want them to like reflect the entire state, uh, or the entire status. Yeah, melts off the ice. Yeah, makes sense. But for if you have any other sort of like, it happens with electricity too and with other stuff, so I can't keep it that way. Let's go into our prefab of our enemies and let's try to see what is going on there. Because I think it's not really part of the functionality. I think the functionality is okay. I think the setup is the wrong part. So in here, let's see. Let's go into the head, enemy head. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because here on enemy fire, or yeah, because you see, I have another head in here, which is coming from the. Basically, when I did these enemies, I made them be a copy of the base enemy, you know? So I kept them as a reference here. I still have the head of the regular enemy. And if I deactivate this one, you'll see it's just the regular enemy. But yeah, let's activate this one and let's deactivate the other one. And the thing is, here on enemy fire, on the enemy animation handler, probably on transform handlers, this is where I assign what is my what is the feet, what is the what is the hands, what's the head, what's the eyes, and whatever. I probably just have that assigned wrongly or incorrectly. So here, instead of enemy head, it should be enemy head one. So I think that should be it. Like there shouldn't be any more problems with that. If I go here and I save, I think I can just go and try it. But before I tried them, I still have that error in the other enemy, on the ice enemy. So let's go there. Let's go here. So we have enemy ice. Let's go in here, and probably we're gonna have something similar. So enemy head. Yeah, let's see. Enemy ice. And if we go in here on enemy head, I think I can just reassign it. It should be okay if I reassign it, because I see I have the same sort of head, so it shouldn't be a problem. I don't know why. But yeah, let's try and see if that solves our issue. And Mijo say, what in the Minecraft head system? Yeah, no, that's just for reference. Because I want to like keep even though they have like different shaped heads, I want to keep them in the relatively same size so they don't look off. Um, let me drink a little bit of water. Okay, so in here, let's see if we can get some fire enemies to show up. And yeah, I'm gonna put it in slow-mo. And I just want to get to a fire enemy. Let's see if we can get a fire enemy to show up. I don't think here we're gonna get one. So let me clear this zone. And let's see if now I can get a fire enemy or an ice enemy, whatever. An ice enemy works for us too, because we need to check that on the ice enemy too. So let's go with a fireball this time. Yeah, and here, well, you can see, even though they go, they get defeated very quickly, it's still like just being applied to, just the core, it seems. Like I don't see it on its hands or anything. So let's see if I use another spell, let's say the chain lightning one. And for this one, it's actually very hard to tell because it lasts for so little time. And Crafty, you say, make a game like Heyday, the mobile game, but not like Supercell. If you make it, don't forget to update it like Supercell in the future. Uh, and me only say Tribes is basically Heyday. The Tribes is not Heyday. Yeah, to be honest, Tribes sucks. It's super buggy, and I didn't get to fix it or anything. And yeah, you can say that. And me always say, "Oh, I didn't pay attention yesterday. The lighting looks good." Thanks, thanks. Okay, so yeah, let's go in onto our let's get into our medium shock. That's the status effect for our electricity spell, and the duration here is gonna be okay. So if we want to have let's say 0.2 seconds, it's going to be 2 ticks, but I think I'm gonna put it mm, to a full second or 0.8. So it's gonna be 8, 0.8. And Crafty say Unity is very similar to Roblox Studio. I swear. I have seen Roblox Studio, but I saw it very, very long ago, so I don't know how it looks now. But since I think Roblox too, it's like you can drag the tabs to anywhere you want. Like for example, if I want to have my console over here, like just floating, I can have that happening. So even if it's not like the same layout, like you can recreate it probably. Yeah, game engine standard. Uh, okay, so let's see. Just I wanna see two things. First, the if the chain lightning spells last longer now, because it should last longer, because it's like a stun. It's not very powerful. It's just a stun, so it better last long. And I was thinking I could do like levels of spell. For example, electricity 1 is not going to like stun a boss or something, but an electricity spell with level 3 is gonna, I don't know, make it what slower or something. Because it work different depending on how powerful the spell is. And I think 0.8 is better. Still, I would give it more time just because um, it's not that powerful. The electricity spell is not that powerful. So I'm just going to, instead of 0.8 seconds, it's going to last, let's say 1.5, so 15 ticks. And no damage per second. Or I could do like a very low damage per second, maybe. No, 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 I'm going to keep it that way. I'm going to keep it that way. Yeah, I just want to see. I just want to see now, or rather test how long it will get shocked or stunned. Okay, this one is working great, but what about this one? Yeah, you see, okay, now the head, you can see it's lighting it up again too. And this don't, well, uh, now that it's in slow motion, you can really see what the effect is. They are just like circles, but when you play it in real time, they don't look like circles. The electricity looks a little better than just circles. Okay, that's good for now. We need to get into like solving the overlay for the ice enemies, because I think it's because of the shader maybe the names are not properly being like changed or displayed. Let's see. Chain lighting, mana region. Let's do chain lighting, and I really want to get into an ice zone. I don't care about going into a fire zone because we don't have anything to check there. So I'm gonna restart the game until we get an ice zone. Is that an ice zone? No. And let me read you for a sec. Coding a game in C++ is horror, I swear. Um, I believe you. I believe you. Yeah, all the memory management is gonna take your brain out of your skull. And me only say brain fog is a programming language worth checking out, learning, and then never use again and speeding on. I saw when you sent that language, it's just pure garbage, pure like not necessary garbage. And that one guy is a coding game in C++ is a dream because I actually like C++. I have gotten side eyes from me saying C++ is better than Python because it is. Um, well, I like C++. It's just that it's harder to, like, you have to be more careful with data allocation. That's it. And Aryan is here. Says hello, bro. What has happened yesterday? Hello, Aryan. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, yesterday we mainly did like an overlay for our status effects. And yeah, what I want to do here is just get to an ice zone because I'm currently debugging something. Okay, I think there will be some ice enemies. So here, for example, when I do this spell, you get, well, it's not going to work that good in with the ice enemies because I'm trying to solve the problem that makes it look bad. But here, for example, if you get damaged by them, you're gonna get like that overlay on the material that makes it like low blue. So you know you're, it's like another layer of feedback for getting a status effect applied, you know? So if a fire enemy hits me, it's gonna be red. If a lightning thing hits me, it's going to be yellow. And you can see it here in more detail when I fire to these guys, because every single entity will have that overlay. And these guys that are floating there too. So let me try that in there with those guys. And you can see they get lit up. And Crafty say, that one guy, C++ better than Python probably. You're right because of the speed factor, etc. But Python is easy to learn. Yeah, one thing too is like when languages get discussed, like what's the best language? Like if you are just talking about performance, you would need to go to assembly, make code, like do assembly code. But different languages have different purposes. Like you don't, depending on the context, you don't always need the most performance for everything, but maybe you need something that is intuitive, something that is a little bit more readable, something that you can prototype faster in. So yeah, they all have their uses. And me always say Python has a lot of support for like basically anything. Plus, if speed the problem, just compile it to a local binary. And that one guy you say, have we ever seen the full Roman room? I don't think you have. All you have seen in the previous angle, I was, you could see my my door, and here I have photos of my family, so I don't want to show that. So yeah, you can see you have seen like 80% of what's there to see. Yeah, you would have to go to binary then. Okay, let's see. Just I think it's just because I don't. Well, let's see our shaders. Just maybe on our shaders we have different names, and that's why it's not working. And Cheesy VR says, "What spell currently exists?" What's up, Cheesy? Welcome to the stream. Let me show you. We have just 4 spells mainly. There are 2 that are just for healing, for example. This is one for healing, but I currently have full health. And this one is for regenerating stamina mana faster. And we have this. Let me actually show you the spells using them with enemies. So yeah, we have this one that shocks the enemy. We have an ice bomb which does damage on an area and also makes the enemies that hit slower. We have the fireball, which is this one, which is going to not only put the enemies on fire, but make them take damage over time. And we have this very simple one, which is just a magic projectile, very basic, doesn't inflict any like elemental damage. And TC say hi. Oh, that's cool. I'm very glad you like it. Very glad you like it. And Crafty, you say I love WoW so much because of the documentation. You have everything you need like Python. Yeah, great documentation makes for great uses. Like I really love going into the Unity docs because, well, most of the times it's very well documented. And Crafty say, I will go to eat. I will be back in 30. Okay, see you then. And enjoy your lunch or your dinner. I don't know in which time zone you are. And TC say, what if you make fireball spread onto other people? That could be another thing I could do, something like that. For now, I'm just keeping it super simple. I'm like making the basics of this because this game is in its early stages. So I want to make everything be good then, and then I'm going to add more stuff. But thank you for the recommendation. And that one guy is still doing school. I'll be back in like 15 minutes. Okay, see you then. That one guy. And Cheesy, you say, like, let's say a bat runs into other mobs and turns them to a blaze. Yeah, it makes sense. I would like to have something like that. And Cheesy, you say, see ya. Okay, see ya. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, and see you next time, Cheesy. Okay, let's see. In our basic lit overlay, that's our shader that we did yesterday. We have how many variables? Okay, we have personnel power, color, metallic, and smoothness. And I want to see what are the variables that we have on the same one but with transparency. Because in here, for example, yeah, I don't know how it really works. Say cheesy makes sense. And Gino Kirby says, how many lives am I seeing? What's up, Gino? Welcome to the stream. There are currently 2 lives running. There is the vertical live for people that are on shorts or like scrolling on shorts, and the horizontal ones, on the horizontal one for like the default experience where you won't only get a better layout, but you're also going to get your own avatar showing up on the stream. So yeah, if you're on the vertical stream or like on shorts, go to the horizontal one for a better experience if you want. And yeah, okay. So in here, yeah, this shader, like the shaders are okay. They work basically the same. They don't have that much differences. But I would like to just see. I'm gonna create another material just to check if the shader works properly. Because maybe it's a problem with the transparency and not the shader itself. Let's do a material. It's gonna be called, well, material. It is gonna be test math. And I'm going to use the basic with basic lit with overlay transparent material. And yeah, so that's it. Now I want to use this in something. So let's do, for example, let's do a cube in here, somewhere in here. I'm gonna do a cube. Let me put the managers here. I'm gonna do 3D object. I'm gonna do a sphere. Let's do a sphere. And I'm going to add the test material to that sphere. So yeah, that's our basic color, but let's change the basic color to something closer to what we are actually using in the game. So it's something like this, a little bit of transparency. And now, what about if we put the personnel color to something like this? Okay, it should work. So we know the shader works because we can see it is working here. So that's not the problem. We can discard that as the source of our problem. So I'm gonna delete that, and I'm going to delete this sphere here. And now let's go to here, and let's see what these names are. Yeah, what these names are actually, because maybe I wrote them incorrectly, but I don't see anything that yeah, I don't see anything that may be incorrect. Color, yeah, color. This metallic, yeah, it's the same. Same shouldn't give us any problem. Okay, so now that we know the names are good too, and Aryan, you say, bro, how much can you earn when you release this game? It depends on how many people buy it. It really could vary a lot. Could be nothing. It could be a lot of money, and it all depends on how many uh, people buy it. Okay, so well, I hope it's not nothing because that would be super super bad. But yeah, let's see if I go in here where I do. Well, I'm just going to go into the regular humanoid animation animator, enemy animation handler, status particle. Yeah, I don't want to see any of this. Um, I'm probably gonna keep this one, and health I need to keep it. And Aryan, you say, bro, I will be the first to buy it. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. And it's gonna be a while before it comes out as a playable game, but yeah, it will be out one day. Um, okay, so we know that we are assigning the mesh renderers correctly. So we would need to go into the the enemy here, the enemy animation handler, or yeah, let's go into the enemy animation handler, because maybe we are overriding something there that is messing up our mesh renderers. Yeah, we don't have anything like that. So what could be the problem? What could be the problem? Mm, let's see. On humanoid, yeah, we're assigning everything here. So if it works for the other ones, it should work for this. Let's go into our let's go into our health script, because we are assigning the overlay on there. Health script here. And at the end, we have something called set element overlay. And we are calling basically the animation handler, whatever it is, set element math overlay. Let's go to definition. And what this does is basically grab every single graphic mesh render that's not null. So it is a valid mesh render, and it's setting the Fresnel color. Um, yeah, so no problems here. No problems here. Because even though like I could have different shaders, the Fresnel color variable should be the same. So let me check just one more time, because here in the basic lit with overlay transparent, we would have Fresnel color is exactly this. Let's just copy this so to check if it's exactly called like that. And yeah, let's say for example, put it around here. Put it around here. It's the same, right? Fresnel color and Fresnel color. So what if I just paste it here? Yeah, exactly the same. So the problem is not there. And Aryan, you say, bro, I think the speed of the enemy attacking is too fast for player. Um, well, it could be fast, but it doesn't deal that much damage, and you can like do the dashes. Yeah, you can do dodge. So it's going to be like actually very hard for the enemy to touch you if you're constantly dodging. But yeah, once I have the next version, I'm going to see what people tell me. If it's really like very fast for the people that play it, I'm gonna turn it down. And yeah, thank you for the feedback. And Mijo, you say when you observe your surroundings, you may notice things that you didn't see before. That's another anti-chamber quote. Okay, so going back to this, I'm gonna try and deal with this for like 10 more minutes, and if I can't, I'll do this off stream, so we can move on to something to what I had planned today. Because I've been postponing from one day to another to do the visuals for like the extra visuals for the electricity spell. So yeah, let's see. In here, I'm gonna go to where. Well, I just want to open the. It's called Ice Enemy, I think. Ice Enemy, and I want to go into the prefab. So Ice Enemy Ice. It's called here. Okay, I have the head handler and whatever, and the enemy head has a mesh render, so I know this thing should be taken into consideration. But what if I go to the torso? Because the torso in here is the only thing being changed correctly, and the torso or the material on the torso. Let's do ice an underscore mat or ice enemy. Yeah, this is for the torso. So we have basic lid with overlay. Maybe on the other. Okay, I know it was a very very simple. Yeah, a very simple issue that we had. So here, I don't know if you can see because it's very small. In the shader, I didn't assign the correct shader, so we were using the universal render pipeline lit shader. But what we want to use is the basic lit with overlay transparent. So nothing should change except the except that now we could use the overlay. So let's try that. Let's go in here, and now if we go to an ice area, let's first get us equipped with a spell that. Yeah, we need to get an ice area to try this out. Let's restart until we get an ice area. And Mijo, you say indeed this time the anti-chamber quote tells you I'm in your hand in your house arranging your juice. I can't. Why do they need so much arranging? And you see, we have the most absurd inside jokes as a community. I love it. Yeah, it's very hard to get in your outside. And Arian, you say, do you enjoy playing and making your game? I really love the making part. The playing, I do enjoy playing my games, especially this one. But I enjoy making them more. And like receiving feedback from people that play it is like what fulfills me the most, or at least that's the most fun part for me. And see, that's a fun question. Roman, do you play Wizard game? I play it multiple times. It's just that I play it differently than a normal player would, because I'm like trying to test stuff. Um, so yeah, I play it very differently uh, from what I normally play other games, for example. And that happens when you're like constantly developing something or like making something. You like get a different perspective on it. So when I actually want to enjoy one of my games truly, I have to let a little bit of time pass before I like go and do a full dive in. Um, so here, let's try with the ice enemy. Yeah, now you see that the full materials get that overlay. And what about fire? Let's do. Well, they are actually not going to get the fire one. Let's see if we do an ice ball. Yeah, they are getting the effect. Well, I don't know if I want the ice enemies to get the ice effect. Probably not. But yeah. Okay. That's solved. So we can go in here and do a commit here. And Aryan, you say, what do you mean by 10? One, one. Well, first 12. That's just for betting. It's when they're doing bets, you can do exclamation mark bet. Then you use space, the currency that you want to bet. You do another space, and then what are you going to vote for? So one ST12 is, I don't know really what it means in the roulette, but it's a part of the roulette. Oh, first dozen. Okay. Yeah, you can do like black, red, even, odd. Those are things that you can use to bet in there, or like green. Okay, so what are the changes that I did here? It's mainly here. Let's open Notion. Refactor the health script. So here, it's not like a full refactor. It's like more of a cleanup. Clean up the health script. So here, because we did some changes, but I wouldn't call this a full refactor. Let's do here, and it's gonna be health script cleanup. Health script cleanup. So simplified and commented the health script and fixed some issues with the way the ticks dealt damage. That's it. I think that's a good enough comment for our changes. So let's push this to origin and we can move on. So that's the first task for today is done. And you say 10 currency. Are you say yes? Yeah. So you can do in here exclamation mark bet, and you put, I don't know, 10 coins towards the red, and then in some seconds or like 45 seconds I think, roulette will show up, which and you need to wait and see if the roulette got your number or your whatever you voted for. So for example, if I wanted to win now, the roulette should fall, or the ball should fall into a red number in the roulette. Okay, now for the chain lighting, shock visuals. Yeah, this is the last change that I want to have, and we have not that many changes left because we can just call this. Well, I actually would like to get this out of here because that's how it was going to work before, and I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, so the last two changes are just visuals. I would like to make the health bar. I'm not sure if I will do this, but I would like to make the health bar change color depending on the status that you have, or that is applied. And also the line renders, or there should be line renders for the impact to affected enemies. So yeah, before I continue, give me a quick bathroom break. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Uh, yeah, and you are gonna need some currency to bet too. So I'm gonna give you, since you're here, gonna give you some stars. So if you do exclamation mark jump, you're gonna be able to like jump and get them. Okay, so line renders from impact to affected enemies. Let's first think about how. I'm gonna do it first from the line renders are going to be specified, or I'm gonna hold some prefabs inside the script of the spell, but then I think I'm going to put them into the spell visuals or the particles manager probably. So yeah, let's go in here. Where is the script? Yeah, because we want to access the second part of the electricity spell. So it's gonna be on spells somewhere. On scripts spells, we have, yeah, spell chain lighting impact. That's our functionality for that spell. So now, uh, dude, I really like that. I really like to put comments. I should start putting more comments all around my code so I can get like context quickly on what's happening. I for some time I like forgot to put code or to put comments in my code because I used to do so many game jams, and you don't have that much time to put comments when you're doing game jams. So I got my habit of using comments everywhere a little bit lost. But now that I'm making a longer game that doesn't have like a tight deadline, I can have more comments going on. Okay, so in here, what do I actually want to do? Detecting and adding valid enemies to the valid enemy. Okay, so here when I damage the valid enemies, as long as they are less than chuck jumps, I'm not only going to do this, but I also want to do another thing. So I'm going to do this, and also I'm gonna comment here. I need to display visuals or um, make line render raise go towards the valid enemies. Yeah, so what will I need for this? I will need, let me put a header in here. Let me use a header so I can have a category header. This is gonna be for line render. Um, I don't know if I'll need anything else, but yeah, I'm just going to do here, or I'm gonna do lightning line render, lightning line render, because maybe I have some render. Maybe I have some other variables like floats that are going to control how many variety in the jaggedness of the ray that I want to, like, the lightning that I want to display is, or is gonna have. So here, serialized field, private. This is gonna be line render. Let's first define a duration. Float duration, or yeah, line render duration. It is gonna be something very short. Should feel snappy. So here is gonna be super short. Let's do something like 0.4, and we can tweak this later. Let's see. What is, well, the most important thing actually is just doing a serialized field private, and it's going to hold the line render, so line render itself, and it's going to be line render prefab. So we can just grab it and instantiate it and customize it. Now, that we have that, um, I'm gonna use something called node distance. Serialize field here private float node distance. So every let's say 0.25 meters or 0.25 units of distance, I'm gonna create another node in that line render. So yeah, I have the node distance, and also in here, let's say, yeah, node distance is gonna be 0.1 f, let's say. So now we can start creating our line render. And I'm actually going to use some help from the other script that I did where I modified the line render, and that should be where I think on the wave manager. So let's get into the wave manager so we can have some reference to see uh, how to modify the directions and the positions of the line render. Let's go into the wave manager in here, and here somewhere I have something like a line render. Where is it? Yeah, line render here. You have interpolation speed, guide, line render. Um, yeah, vertices count, for example. Mm, yeah, let's go into the guideline render and let's see what is exactly that we're doing. So here we have something like set positions, and we need to pass an array of vector tree positions, and that's gonna allow us to, uh, yeah, that's going to allow us to set the positions of our like vertices. So well, first I also need to say, yeah, I need to assign the position count. So let's do this here. Mm, I think, yeah, let's define the pseudocode for this first. Then let's do the visuals, and then we complete with code. So, how will this work? I first need to get the number of vertices of the line render, assign that number, and let me highlight this so you can see this better. Assign that number to the position count of line render. Then we need to, once we have the positions assigned, we need to calculate the positions uh, towards or from the transform position towards the valid enemy position. Then randomize the position for jaggedness effect, jaggedness effect, and the last step would be assign the positions in the array to the line render. And Aryan, you say, bro, I have seen your video. Can I fix my terrible game? It was fun. Well, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it was fun to make that video. To be honest, it was a fun video to make. Okay, so here, yeah, we have this. This is fine. Now let's go and do the visual first, so we can like actually see this happening. So we need to make a line render here. Let's see. Let's wait for this to load. I don't know why it's taking so long, but let's wait for this to load. Yeah, here. So let's make this. bigger so we can see it better. And I'm gonna create here effects, a line, and that's gonna give us a line render. So it's very hard to see because it's like basically like transparent. But first thing I want to do with this is changing the particles of lit, and we're gonna use another material in here for this. What if we use something like, mm, let's say, what if you use something like, well, not this one. This one's better. I don't know. What am I using for? And I have so many of the same material. I should probably make all of the materials just one, and so I don't have it like repeated all of the times, all those times. I'm gonna use this one, the circle 01 scroll material. So that's gonna give us a cool effect for our line render. And yeah, now that we have this, I want to change the color to something a little bit more similar to what we're gonna have in the electricity one. So let's see here. Let's just pick a color first. Color in here is gonna be a very saturated yellow, and it's gonna go towards white. Yeah, makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. And yeah, so now I don't want to touch the opacity that much. I don't think so. I'm just going to leave it like full opacity. It should be very bright. So let's leave it like that. The alignment is going to be with the view. It's not going to dial or stretch or just repeat per segment. I don't know. Just let's leave it like that for now. Is it gonna cast shadows? No, it's not gonna cast shadows. Probes, light probes off. Um. Okay, I think that's our like basic setup. I would like to have some randomness going on. And that one guy say sorry, it was 30 minutes. I'm back now. No worries at all. I'm glad you're taking your study seriously. And welcome back to the stream. Welcome back. Okay, so now that we have this, I would like to have just like variety in the vertices, but I guess I'm going to do that with the. I'm going to do that with the script itself. And Aryan to say, bro, do you watch any anime? Uh, no, I don't watch anime, but I have watched before. I have watched. I saw, or the last one I watched was Chainsaw Man. Uh, I was convinced by some friends to watch Chainsaw Man, and then I went to the like cinema, to watch the movie. It was pretty cool, to be honest. And yeah, I've seen a couple. Baki. I've seen Berserk. I've seen um, Sword Art Online, and I think that's where my anime uh, watching stops. Do you like anime? Have you seen any recently? And that one guy you say also, why is it 5 Celsius? Is it cold? Uh, it's 5 Celsius where you are? Wow, I at this moment I wish uh, I had a temperature like yours. Just here we're getting into the 25s, 30 somethings normally. Okay, so now that we have this line, I'm going to rename this line. It's going to be lightning line render, lightning LR. And what I want to do with this is, well, I'm going to basically set the position to 0. Or no, I'm just going to leave it here floating. But the thing is, I want to have this uh, somewhere so I can modify it very quickly and see the changes happening. So I'm just gonna leave it there. And what is this loop? No. Oh, and also I'm going to modify the width. So the width is gonna be like one, very, very wide, and it's gonna go towards, let's say, a 0.5 or something. So if I go here, edit key, yeah, 0.5. So it's going to get less wide or wider. And that one guy you say 35 Celsius in January, dang, your summers must be miserable. Dude, they are. They are. It's very hard to like do anything in summer, like doing anything outside. Like for example, some weeks ago, I think like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I went hiking with some friends, and we had to go like very early, like wake up at 8 a.m. Just so we wouldn't get like obliterated by the sun. And Mijo, you say I've got 15 Celsius here. Oh, that's very nice weather. And Aryan, you say, bro, my whole family watches anime. I was seeing anime at age 5 years. Uh, well, that's cool. That's cool. There are some very cool animes that I would like to watch. Um, yeah, I have some on my list. I just haven't had the time to actually watch them, but I do like anime. Uh, okay, so here I'm gonna do. I have to make this a prefab, so I'm gonna do it in. Well, this is no more than a particle, right? So I guess I can just put it in particles. I'm gonna separate it. Probably gonna do a folder for line renderers, renderer, and I'm gonna put lining LR in there. And I guess that's gonna work for us. So let's just disable this, and yeah. And me always say the sun is a deadly laser, of course. And that one guy you say it was -10 here last night. I hated it. Well, yeah, that's the other extreme. Here in Chile, it's very uncommon that we go below 0 Celsius. Celsius. Uh, Maybe some days, or specifically here in Santiago, like in the capital, uh, it's not like that. Because if you go north south, in like the southern you get in Chile, the more rain you get, and probably the colder the weather is too. Okay, so let's see. I want to use the line render. So let's see, where is it? Yeah, I'll need to go to the spell chain lighting impact in as a prefab and assign the prefab of lighting LR. So yeah, where is it? Because what is, yeah, it's a spell. So I need to go into spells. Oh, but this is particles. So let's go into real spells, prefabs, and not particles but spells. Okay, here are the spells. So I go into chain lighting impact, and I have to assign on the line render prefab. I'm just going to drag the lining LR line render. And that one guy you say our weather is -15 to -10 in the winters. And in the summer, it's 30 to 40. Wow, super humid too. Although I like it. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I'm not used to humidity too, or either. Because here in Chile, like compared to other countries, like it's very dry, which is okay for some things. Like for example, you don't get as sweaty, or the sweat doesn't like um, impregnate into you. I don't know if that's the correct word. If I'm using a word that's a little bit weird, forget me, or forgive me. Uh, but yeah, it's like drier. The bad part is that, for example, if you're like running or doing some sort of physical activity, your nostrils get very dry too, because of there's no humidity. And are you to say, bro, from now onwards, the day will be more longer, a night less in India. Also, it's the time. How do you call that? Yeah, the time zone goes to time saving. It's something I don't remember the name of that. You say, yeah, we have like 45 in the summers, and being inside is a good thing. Wow, wow. No, we don't get past 40, I think. And here, no, we don't get ever past 40. You say across country, so do like 3 kilometers every minute in the summer. Super fun though. Like it. I like it. Uh, sounds fun. Sounds fun. The weather, I don't know if I would be used to. Yeah, daylight saving time. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Is that what's happening here? Yeah. Um, okay, let's go into the script, and we're gonna hold here in a list however many line renders we are going to like need, and we're not going to need more than whatever shock jumps. So on not on enable, well, I guess we could do it on enable, but yeah, I'm just gonna do a list here. It's gonna be private. I don't need to access it anywhere. Private anywhere but this script. Private list type of line render, and this is gonna hold or uh, line renderers, and I have to put this as new. And here I'm gonna say private bool initialize, and it's gonna be false. So on enable, if initialize is false, I'm going to do basically assign some line renders in here. So here, let's see, for int I equals 0, I is less than shock jumps, I plus plus, and I'm going to do basically just an instantiation of a line render and add that to or align renders. So here it's going to be line renderers dot add, and what do I want to add? Instantiate. What do I want to instantiate? Line render prefab. Well, I think I could actually catch that. So I'm gonna do line render, new line render, and here I'm just going to do new line render is equal to instantiate the line render prefab, where on transform dot position and quaternion dot identity. And yeah, so why do I want to catch that, like store that in a variable? It's because here first I want to add it, and I could have just done the instantiation inside the add. But the other thing that I want to do is just grab that new line render and set it to, well, game object set active, and I want to put it in false. Mm, And Miho, you say I have no clue what Aryan means. Who knows? We might be having DST. What's DST? Because I checked your, or when I looked up the India time zone, I got like DST as a result, but you told me it was like IST. So I don't know. And Miho is I checked India does not have daylight saving time, so no clue. Are you say, bro? Have you not have you seen the sun well? Besets early, but no word it will be S. Unwell, not set. No wonder 7 o'clock. Oh, summer solstice. Okay, okay. I get it. I get it. And that one guy you say I had daylight savings. It's good when they give you like an hour more to sleep. When like the day of the transition, when they give you an hour more, that's good. And you say, bro, it will be so hot. No, onwards. Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. It will be very, very hot. Okay, now that we have the online renders instantiated, let's get to use them for something. I think I probably will need to have a like a void update. And when will this get disabled? Because here, if I go to spell chain lightning, mm, yeah, I'm gonna do something. If let's see, void on disable. When I get disabled, I need to make sure that every single, I'm gonna do a for. I'm gonna do a for in here, and I'm gonna make sure int I equals 0, I is less than the line renders that counts. So the length of that, how many do we have? And I plus plus. And what I want to do is just set the line renders here that set active or game object. Let's get the game object. Why can I get the game object? Oh, because I need to specify the index, game object, set active, and I put them to false. So when I get disabled, or when the this part of the spell gets disabled, I also disable the line renders just to like be just to be safe. And that one guy you say, you know how it's so cold here? There's no snow, which is fine, I guess. But this temperature or no snow, come on. We're going to get snow on Sunday, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool to be honest. I've been to the snow. Like here in Chile, we have snow too, but it's like you have to go to specific places. In Santiago, like in the capital, you don't get any. Um, I think it's pretty cool having snow. And yeah, it's a shame that if you have to go through like -5 and -15 Celsius, you don't have snow. And I say, bro, in India you will be boiled to death in day. Uh, yeah, I guess so with those temperatures. Okay, let's go line by line and let's fill with the functionality. So get the number of vertices of the line or renderer. Number of vertices. So how will we get this? We will need. We could do like just 5 everywhere, or yeah, 5 everywhere. Let's see. Low distance. I'd like to create another variable too here, which is going to be serialized field private floats. And it's going to be mm, what can I call this? Jaggedness. And I'm going to put it at just 1. Jaggedness of 1. And you say in summer you will be 2. Well, from March. And that one guy you say, but over 40 and I can't. Yeah, dude, I think I'm struggling with the 35s here. 40 would kill me. And that one guy you say, wait, I have to do my Polish lesson. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, okay. Um, yeah, so here, let's see. Let's get the number of vertices of the line renderer. How do we get it? How do we get it? Because we're gonna need like positions here. Because if you go to the wave manager, for example, you see I create a vector tree array of positions. Let's do that. Vector tree array positions. Positions. And it's going to equal um, yeah, give the number of vertices the line renderer. I guess I'll need to do an iteration for this because I need to do this for every single enemy. So here, let's first do a for. For in here, this is a for inside a for. Oh, we already have the indexes that we can have. So maybe we can do this here. So it's gonna be vector tree array. It's gonna be positions equal new vector tree. And Aryan, you say, bro, I have exams too. Um, when do you have exams? Because it's Friday now, but when do you have exams, Aryan? Next week. Okay. Well, make sure to study. I don't know when, but yeah, like allocate some time to study. Okay. So I still don't know, and I won't know the however many positions I need. So I guess I'm just gonna have it in here, positions, and I'll need to assign the positions inside here. So get the number of vertices of the line renderer. Mm, yeah, it's just gonna be. I want to get the distance. So to get the distance of this, I'm gonna catch it on a float distance, and here distance is gonna be. I need to get the transform that position, or not really, the valid enemies I that transform that position minus the transform that position, and I want to get the square magnitude of that. So that's gonna be our distance, the square magnitude. Yeah, that's gonna be our distance. So now for vertices count, I'm gonna do int vertices count is going to be, well, nothing, but I'm going to assign it here. So I'm just going to do vertices count equals the distance divided by uh, the node distance. So here, distance divided by node distance. So how much distance should how much distance there should be before we do another vertice is going to be decided by the node distance. Now, this is going to return us a decimal value. What we want is just grab the rounded of this. So it's going to be mod f that round, and this is going to use a float, so it's going to be round to int. Or we could also just cast it as an int, but no. And are you to say, bro, I will study one day before the exams always. And well, if that works for you, go ahead and do that. So now get the number of vertices of the line render. I already got them here. Now what's next? Assign that number to the position count of line render. So it's gonna be like grabbing line renders here, dots, position, or how was this? Line renders I, dot, position count, and it's gonna be vertices count. What next? Calculate the position from the transform that position towards the valid enemy position. So this is going to be assigning for every single vertex that we have. So I'm going to do a for int I, or I'm going to do x or e in here, or I'm going to do a uv, because for each vertex equals 0, uv is less than vertices count uv plus plus. And okay, so now for every single one of those, the first one, if b equals 0, I'm going to do one thing. So I'm just going to set the I'm just going to set the positions dot, or positions I equals transform that position. And what's the problem with this? Use of unassigned local variable positions. Okay, so here I also need to set here basically positions equal, or yeah, positions equal new vector 3 and the vertices count. So for however many vertices we have in there. And Aryan, bro, you say, bro, how? What happened? What happened, Aryan? And yeah, let's see. So now that we have that, this is not going to return us another, like this is not going to give us problems. Now else if b equals the vertices count minus 1, the positions, I'm gonna do positions I equals the valid enemies I that transform that position. Otherwise, I will do another like else here. And Aryan, you say, bro, who was the creator of exams? He would be in heaven or hell. I don't know who created them, but it's certainly not. Well, depending on how they take your exams, if it's like a written exam, I used to hate them. Well, I still hate them, to be honest. But back when I was in school, I hate them because sometimes you just know things practically, or like when it comes to execute and like use stuff, you do know how to use it. Just you don't remember like formulas or whatever. I was so bad. Well, I wasn't that bad at school, but it was certainly um, it sucked. Okay, so let's go in here and the positions I equals, well, what's this going to be? Because I need to probably get the direction. So the direction I can get by well, I could get the direction here. Yeah, let's start the direction. So the direction is going to be vector 3 What's up, Art? Welcome to the stream. How is it going, dude? And you say launch got delayed 2 weeks. Great news. Well, that's good. You're gonna have a lot more time to like actually uh, work with some time because the deadlines that they were throwing at you were insane. And how is the project going, by the way? Now that it got delayed. Let's start there. So vector tree there is going to be vector tree 0, just to have a starting value. So positions here. Yeah, I want to start in here. So here direction equals the basically this is gonna equal that, but normalized. And yeah, now that we have the direction, I'm just gonna do uh, it's gonna start from transform that position. So transform that position plus the direction direction times I. So for however many times we have it here, um, that should get us. I think that should get us our position. I think. Oh no, because I would need to yeah multiply this again by the node distance. And hard to say. So we have a new test build tonight. I wrote a new pattern to access certain data. However, it's flaky on build. My guess is IL2CBP is stripping it. So redid that, pushed later. The other dev and I will work on pushing a build. Also have to do a link UI and procedure detection pattern. Link as in linked Unity account. Well, it sounds like a lot of work, but at least you have more time right now. No, no. Yeah. So how are you feeling about the new time extension? Say not much. It's like three methods and UI element. So you reckon it's not going to take you that long then? It is realistic. Okay. Well, that's a good place to start at least. With a realistic time frame. And that one guy you say, okay, I'm done with polish. Turns out I didn't know the difference between just and just them. Uh, I'm not going to even like get into that because I don't know anything about polish, but it's good that you're learning. And Arjen, you say, bro, I have to go to sleep. Bye. It was so fun. It was so fun to have you here too. So just rest well, and I'll see you next time on Monday if you're here. So yeah, take care and sleep well. Bye bye. Um, okay, so I think that the node distance should be good now. I would like to also just randomize the positions in here. So I'm gonna do. Well, I could do the randomization in here. So else, yeah, it's gonna be that, and also, well, let's just leave it at that for now. I'm gonna do this later. Let's just see if that works. Art, you say, oh hey, good day, my fellow communists, and good night, my Aryan friend. And that one guy, you say, one mean I am, the other they are. I don't know. I kind of guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. But where are you learning Polish? That one guy. Is it Duolingo? Does Duolingo have Polish? And here, assign the positions in the array to. Okay, so that will be just getting the line render from the line renders with the current index and setting the position, um, set position or positions really, and I need to pass the positions array. And let's see if that works, because that will still make it so they are like they're basically not going to disappear or change positions. But let's see if at least it works one time, so we can continue from there. Yeah, let's press play. Let's see. So I just want to try the chain lightning spell. So let's select it beforehand. Okay. Well, there wasn't like more enemies, so well, let's pause here. Yeah, nothing really seems to be happening. I see the impact particle, but I don't see the line render. Maybe I didn't enable them. That may be why, because when I initialized them, I set them to false or like set them to be deactivated, and I don't really enable them anymore. So here, line renders, I set the positions and I set line renders I, that's set for game object, that's set active is going to be true. And are you going to say, bro, that one guy you are stunning? Well, became the top on good night. Bro, debater run. And that one guy, you say there is 3 different spellings for girl or something. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. And one is for I'm drinking. The other, they are drinking. I don't know though. We need Nick or Gustav. Yeah, if they were here, they could probably like correct you or like let you know that you're right. And dude, yeah, I remember you, Avian. What's up? What's up? Good to have you here again. It's a pleasure. How is it going? How's it going? Yeah, I remember you, of course. Yeah, it's been a very long time. How are you? And that one guy is saying studying it because Nick and Gustav got me interested. Cool stuff. And Sartaj is here, says, yo, what's up, Sartaj? Welcome to the stream. And Avian, you say it's going really well. Well, I'm very, very glad, Avian. And I'm very excited to have you here again. I'm fine myself too. It's a good day, a good Friday. I'm excited with another project. Let me show you what I'm working on now, because the last stream, or I don't know when was the last stream that you saw before I came back to stream. But yeah, now I'm working in this game, which is well, you're this guy. You're this little guy, and you have some cells that you can select with the arrow combinations. So it goes this way. For example, for the fireball, you select it with going up, left, left, and up. And currently there's like 6 enemies. Like there's like 2 types, the humanoid enemies and the flying enemies, and 3 variations for each of those. So you can see here we have for normal enemies, here, humanoid enemies. There's some flying enemies. This is the normal one of the flying ones. And yeah, each spell, well, not every spell has its own element, but for now we just have that one, the fire one. We have the ice bomb, which is of ice element, slows down the enemies. And now I'm still working on the other spell, which basically stuns them. And yeah, it's not working as intended right now. I don't know what happened there, but the functionality basically is like stunning them. So yeah. And Sartaj, you say, "Great. Do you remember me?" Yes, I remember. I remember you, Sartaj. Welcome to the stream. And me always say, one day I'll just hop in and say, "Hey, did you know Roman lives in redacted and not elaborate?" And that day is today. Oh, oh yeah, fair, fair. Okay, so we see the the line renderers are not really working at all, but at least they are showing up, which is cool. And they are getting or they're getting disabled as soon as the spell like goes away. And art to say could be that you are enabling the functionality before you position the transform correctly. Um, could be. Let's check. Let's check. And Avian just say good night, Roman. It's my time to sleep. Well, it was a pleasure to have you here and say hi and like see you again. So rest well, and I'll see you next time you can join. So bye bye. Take care. And the sun god helping the wizard out today. Great having you, fellow communists. Okay, let's get in here. And I don't think it is that I'm. Well, this is all the other things. Like I'm just going to separate the. Yeah, this is just for for the line rendering. Everything that's like highlighted after this highlighted comment, everything here is just for uh, the line renders. So let's review our code. Let's review our code. And I'm just going to have a little bit of a separation here, so it's a little bit easier to read. At least I like to have it separated this way, because otherwise, like everything is just like one chunk. Um, yeah. So we're getting the distance. Maybe it's because of the distance and the direction. Maybe I'm doing something weird there. Miho say I will not tell you what GTD is if you don't. The comrades. Okay, so here the distance. I think we're getting the distance correctly. So it's just getting the valid enemy that we have in here. We're getting the transform that position, and we're subtracting the current transform that position, which this gets it from the impact. So the impact or the transform that position should be the same position of the impact. It's not nothing too complicated, I think. And that one, guys, I'm curious now. What are you curious about? That one guy. And Miho 100% knows where Roman lives. Roman just let it happen, I'm sure. I don't think Miho knows where I live. Well, he comes from time to time, like to rearrange my shoes for some reason, but I don't know if he remembers the address. Okay, so the distance, we can discard this. Not the problem, probably. The direction now for our direction. Let's see, because we have valid enemies transform that. It's basically getting the direction and normalize it. So that should give us our direction because this is gonna give us numbers from. Yeah, like this is just the direction normalized, so it should give us the direction, I guess. Uh, Art, a question for you: do you see any problem with this, like calculating this as the direction? Because it's just getting the uh, from position minus current position normalized, that's okay, I guess, right? So that I wouldn't say that's our problem here. And me always say, now I'll make you watch the live stream on before 12, 13, 25. Uh, what happened there? Did I say something about my address or something? Did I dox myself? Okay, so the vertices count is going to be mathf that round to int. And it needs to be at least 2. The vertices count needs to be at least 2. So I'm going to do, I can do like a clamp, right? So vertices count equals math.f min. And it needs to be minimum of 2. So how does this work? It says the cal is ambiguous. Okay, yeah, but I don't care. Returns the smallest value. The smallest of 2 or more values. No, this is not what I want. It's maybe clamp. So minimum and maximum. No, I'm just gonna do if if vertices count is less than 2, vertices count is 2. And you always say, yes, you very much dox yourself by saying you dox yourself. I think there was a time I was testing the internet and I did say that. And I did show up my IP. But that's edited, so you can no longer see it. And I just say if that's the line render, yeah, I'm in Chile. Okay, so assign line renders position counts, its vertices counts, then the positions is going to be equal to new vector and vertices count. You say, did my post get cut off? Probably, probably. Yeah, let me see, because I can't see when messages get hidden for some reason. I can't see that. Moderation activity. Yeah, I would like to see the moderation activity. I think from now on I should be able to see if something gets taken down by YouTube. But no, I couldn't see what you sent there. Okay, calculate the positions from. Why do you want to know my address? And no, I didn't see. I didn't see the message about debug.log. No, no, it didn't show up. I will go to Roman's house. Wink, wink. Okay, so here, where is this count? So what about debug? What about debugging? Debug.log and check for a vector3 0 result. On the direction or where? Debug.log here. Here. So I'm doing for between, or I'm iterating through every single line render I have. That's what I'm doing. And Cool Guy says, I downloaded Hytale. Cool, cool. Have you tried it yet, or have you played it yet? And welcome to the stream, by the way. And I just say you're visually getting an issue where the line render has a point at vector 0. Yeah, let me display that, because it should play 3 times. Let me see. And give me just 1 sec. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. And Miho say, Roman, do I tell him he's begging for it? Yeah, tell him, whatever. And I just say, so you need to find out where that position is coming from. Um, some people can find Roman based on just his shirt and headphones. Yeah, get here. How's that guy called? Deadbolt or something with Bolt. He's like incredibly talented at like finding places. Beep. Well, it's a Villanueva Mu. It's a very long name. Sorry if I don't say it completely. But I don't know what you're talking about. And cool guy, say I tried it. It's a little. I think it's nice. I saw a little bit of gameplay too. I think it looks promising. It looks very cool. And cool guy, say is the music gonna be from other stuff or original music? Probably original. If I put music, well, for now for testing, I'm gonna get some music, some non-copyrighted music, and use it. Uh, but I plan to have like original music. I don't know if I'll do it myself or I'll get it somewhere else for from someone else. And yeah, it's rainbow. Okay, let's not try to dox me, okay? uh, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get or what sort of vector do we get. Okay, graphic MR. Okay, we don't need these messages. What we need is just the direction. Okay, that's our. We just did it one time, which is okay. The direction is this. Minus 20 or minus 0.20, 0.97, and minus 0.13. Then you get stores that sell shirts within the age range. From there, you narrow it down to several cities. After that, you can cross-reference the headphones. But I bought the headphones on Mercado Libre. Like that's a shop, like an online shop, so you can be like anywhere, and they're gonna send it to you. Well, you already know, like I live in the capital. That's plenty of information already. Okay, so yeah, I don't think the problem is really the direction. Because what I was trying to do is, well, why is it always going the same way? Oh, and by the way, art. I don't know if you saw, but now we have like an overlay in the material, which is quite cool. I have never done something similar. So when you get like damaged by some sort of status, like for example, this ice spell, you're gonna get that overlay. And entities too, like whatever entity. Yeah, let's not dox me, okay? Please. Alright, okay, so. Is it always the same? No, I don't think so. Well, at least we know it's not always the same. Yeah, I'm just going to clear this. And let's see. Let's go in here. Let's get in here. An artist say, as long as there is a 50 chance, that's a 80% chance of finding the right town. So selecting 10 matches, you have a 1 in 2 chance of being Roman. And me always say, "Hey, Ron, we're like right now on your window, dude." That's why I was having so many problems with the window. It's always getting open. You are here. Uh, okay, so let's see why this is not working. Just or directions are changing. So okay, I would like to get I would like to get like probably some spheres to display this or to display the points. I'm gonna get another. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna get in here uh, another prefab, serialize field, private game object, and I'm going to call this mm, visualizer spheres or visualizer sphere prefab, like that. And here I'll just have a list of that list of game objects, and it's gonna be just visualizer spheres, and I'll just do new. Miho say I know the city, which makes it easier. Yeah, and I just say that's what my personal FBI agent just told me. Also, Roman is always wearing a thin shirt, so either his home is well insulated, or he lives in northern Chile and not in the mountains. Well, it's Santiago. It's Santiago. It's the capital. It's uh, not like the northest you can be, and not the southest you can be. Okay, so here visualizer here. Well, it's very like I'm not telling you anything. It's just like Santiago. That's the uh. Well, it's Santiago. Like I've said, the capital a lot of times before. I don't think that's the problem. Because like there are many places in the capital. Like it's yeah, but yeah, let's not talk about my my location. Okay, so here let's see. Let's see. So instead of doing these positions here, I'm just gonna grab the visualizers, visualizer spheres, and I'm gonna grab the well the index, which is gonna be B, and transform that position equals, and I'm going to just do this thing here. So what I'm doing here is just getting the current transform that position, so the position of the impact, and then I'm going to add the the direction multiplied by the oh, maybe that's the problem. Why am I using I? This is not I. Positions V, because I'm inside another 4. So I did exist. So this is UV. So valid name is UV. That probably should work for us. So we are not using the I, we need to use UV, because that's a for loop we are in. Yeah, gear guessing is fun. Aggressive knock. Just imagine. Okay, let's see. Let's get in here and chain lighting. Okay, probably not going to show up when. Okay, why is it not working now? Now it's only damaging one. Am I getting any errors? Yeah, I'm getting errors in the console. So where on spells manager, game object set active true. Um, I don't know why. What's this? Why is this throwing me errors now? And can I have an outro? And I just say, so wait, is the capital of Chile in the north and not on a mountain? No, like we are. Chile is like, or at least Santiago. It's like in we are like surrounded by a mountain. You know, like in our, if you look at the map, we are like that stripe in South America, and we are divided. Yeah, we get a division with Argentina by a mountain, like Los Andes. That's the mountain. It is closer to the equator. Like, yeah, you can look it up. It's closer to Colombia than Antarctica. To Colombia than Antarctica. Uh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like we are not as close. Like depending, yeah, the Santiago is not. Santiago is not. Like look, you can look it up in the map, and you'll see if you get like Chile, the whole thing, the thin uh, line, you're probably gonna be like from bottom to top, like three quarters there, or maybe three fifths, something like that, or like in the middle, or a little bit more up, maybe. Yeah, something like closer to that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, I don't know why this wrote error. Probably because of something here. So vertices count -1. Yeah, that's the last position. So here, vertices count positions. B, transform that position. If B equals vertices count -1, I'll do validate okay, and else whatever's in the middle is going to be the transform that position plus the direction multiplied by the number or by the index of this. Uh, and that is going to be multiplied by the node distance. So yeah. And I'm not going to have the visualizer spheres anymore. Maybe that was for throwing me an error too. Because I didn't really put anything in there. Like not even the precard itself. Let's save and let's see what happens. Let's do it at GeoGuess, because have you played like, do you guys play GeoGuessr? I played like once when I was in uni. I played it. It was pretty cool. I'm not very good at it, but it is cool. Okay, let's do the spell. We're gonna go slow-mo. Okay, what did it say? It said argument out of range exception. Where? Here. Why? Why is this throwing an error now? I'm just gonna do a return in here, on here, just to know, or just to make sure what's actually having the, or causing the error is not this. I'm gonna return in here. Okay. Aren't you saying? Reminds me of that old meme, hiding in your windows, snatching your people up. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Uh, I don't get the meme, but yeah, it makes sense here. Which is one of those right door. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think Google Maps is gonna tell you that exactly. Okay, let's see. Oh, you can also guess by the architecture. I'm, why am I giving you clues for finding me? But yeah, like you can find uh, things based on the architecture too. But you can't see anything. Well, I don't even have my background turned on, but when I do, there isn't much to show up, or there isn't much that shows up. Okay, so if I go to the console, yeah, it is, or that problem was being created by, um, yeah, the problem was being created by, or spell there. So one thing I want to do before trying to fix that up is getting it here, and I don't want that message now. Like I already know what was happening there. Good with that. Let's close this, and let's get back in here. And Mijo say, I have heard that before. What was it? Yeah, because I like it sounds familiar, but I don't exactly can pinpoint what it was. And you say it was a real news reporter who was interviewing someone who was a neighbor to someone who got home invaded. Maybe I remember a little. I haven't seen it in a while. If I have seen it, he said some wild stuff like that. Then they turn it into a song. Yeah, very very uh, internet. Um. Okay, so let's see where exactly I'm having the problem because I think it's gonna be on the floor. Like I don't think anything here is gonna cause a problem except the for loop. You'll drop it on Discord. Okay. Positions, vertices count. Now let's. I'm just gonna comment this. I'm just gonna comment it. Um. mm, I'm still like wondering where can I have an error like that? Mijo, you say, watch me take a flight to the wrong end of Chile and just have a fun vacation time instead of meeting Roman. Well, you're gonna have fun, I think. Well, it's not like you're gonna have like, depending on what you say or what you qualify as fun. If you like the outdoors, like doing stuff outside, uh, there's plenty of cool places in south of Chile, in the south of Chile. Like there's like islands and stuff. There's Chiloé. That's an island there. That is pretty cool. Well, there's a bunch of islands if you go south. Sent it on meme. Yeah, let me see. but probably it's gonna be super expensive, like getting from India to Chile. Memes here. What were you sending on? Steps on how to locate Roman. Oh no, I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it. I thought I had. Let me see. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Terrifying moments for a woman who woke up to a strange man in bed with
Well, I don't want to get copyrighted by this. I guess if I have my face here,
her.
I
The woman
won't.
screamed. Her brother rushed in to help and tried to fight the offender off. That break-in happened early this morning in the 500 block of Webster Drive in Huntsville. WFF 48's Elizabeth Gentle caught up with the victim. Elizabeth, emotions were running high.
And Mark, the woman, the victim, tells us that a man broke into her house and tried to rape her. Her brother went in and he tried to help her out, but the man got away, leaving behind, though, evidence of his visit. Kelly Dodson was asleep with her little girl inside their apartment on Webster Drive when
I was attacked by some idiot
Okay,
from out
it's
here in the
actual report.
projects.
Dodson says her attacker
let me
used
skip to.
a crime scene investigator
Fingerprints and all your man had your husband
Okay,
so y'all rapists in
to help.
where obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them.
Yeah.
So y'all need to hide your kids,
Well,
hide
it's
your
nothing to
wife,
laugh
and
about,
hide
though.
your husband because they raping everybody out here.
The attacker got loose and went out the upstairs window, but
It's
he
a
did
serious-
leave something behind.
We got your t-shirt, you done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb.
Okay,
For real.
I've seen that
A
part.
crime scene
I have seen that
investigator
part.
photographed and dusted for prints on the lid of the garbage can and the window pane and ledge. Dodson says he's never seen the perp before, but sends this warning to whoever is responsible.
You don't have to come and confess that you did it. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. I'm letting you know now, so you can run and tell that, homeboy.
Now, if you have any
Yeah,
information.
okay. Well, I have seen one part, but not the entire thing. And the very intruder song.
Well, obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them.
Classic
you
internet-
hide your
classic
kids,
internet
hide
stuff.
your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, cause they raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess.
Yeah.
We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. So you can run and tell that. Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Homeboy, homeboy. We got your t-shirt to the left.
Dude, when was this done?
So dumb.
It sounds like so.
Really dumb.
I don't know,
For real.
2015 or
Man
something.
got away, leaving behind evidence.
I was attacked by some idiot in the projects.
So dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so he's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people.
And Nick is here, says great stream. What's up, Nick? Welcome to the stream. I like what I see.
Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, cause they raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. So you can run and tell that. Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Homeboy, homeboy.
Awesome. I hadn't listened to it. Like, I hadn't seen the thing. And, well, Nate, we were not just doing that. They were trying to dox me. And that's the full context of today's stream. They were trying to dox me. No, but actually I'm trying to make a line render go from the position, the impact, where the electricity spell impacts towards the enemies that get affected. So I'm getting a lot of errors and I don't know why. That's the current state of it. Yeah, no, but I said the city, not the town specifically. Okay. Let's see. So we have get the number of vertices of the line render. I'm gonna get the number. Let's get the number. Or Now let's get the number. Let's debug that log vertices count. Well, it's always going to be at least 2, so no need to worry about that. Assign the number to the position count of the line renderer. So positions count equals vertices count. Positions equal new vector vertices count. So that's good. Now, the problem probably comes from the for loop here. We go find you. That's not good for me to listen. That's not the like I didn't wake up to get today wanting to listen to that, but I guess that's it. Okay, so line renderers position count that's set, and on set positions I said okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna comment this and see if I don't get any errors. Because if I don't get any errors, I can like exactly know where the problem is. No, no communism allowed. No politically associated things allowed here. Let's see if we do chain lightning now. I don't see any problems with it. Okay. What now? What now? Randomize the position for darkness effect. Array. Assign the position in the array to the line renderer. Okay, let's bring this back. So for int uv starts at 0, and it's less than the vertices count. So the minimum this could be, it's gonna be 2. So it's gonna do 0 and 1 at least. So the first position is gonna be, well, positions b equals transform that position. So that's gonna be the impact, from the impact to the valid enemy. So if the vertices, or yeah, the vertice is equal to vertices count -1, so that would be 2 minus 1 is 1. That's gonna be the last in case that it's 2, and it's always gonna get the last position. I'll just do valid enemies that transform that position. So I guess that position, or that thing should work too. And hard to say, but seriously though, some streamers do a postal box that folks can send them stuff at. And you say I know some who get like gifts and stuff. They do streams showing off. But I don't have anywhere where you can send it. That's not my home. So I'm packageable. Are you gonna send yourself? Yeah, if I had like place that like, well, maybe a postal. Yeah, maybe someday I'll think about how I could set something like that up. Because I would probably would have to pay to have something like that. Okay, so this is the step that gets us messed up, but I just want to see. I just want to see if I'm not getting any errors thrown. And I shouldn't, but it's better if we check. Okay. There's our line render. We just need to make a bunch more points in it and make it like jagged. Mijo say someday I get delivered to Roman's house in a box. Alright, I think that, well, it works sometimes. It works sometimes. You know what, I'm thinking, is it necessary that we have this? Because I think it's pretty clear when you do it, but this is like just like having an extra step for like more clarity. Okay, let's put this again. So here, this is gonna be direction UV, no distance. So let's think about this again, because I think there shouldn't be a problem with this. So I start from the transform that position, and I'm going to add the direction multiplied by the index. So if it's index, I don't know, 1, I'm going to multiply it by 1, the direction. And that I'm going to multiply by the node distance. So the node distance is going to be, for now, 0.1. Yeah. And let's randomize those positions. So let's do positions UV equal or plus equals vector 3 or new vector 3. Then we're gonna clean it up, but for now it's just okay to have it this way. Me always say packing peanuts down my lungs and everything. You're gonna do the full mission to get here. Okay, so I do unity dot random dot range, or I could just do random dot range, right? Random dot range from, let's say, minus tier 1 to, let's see, let's do minus 1 and 1. I think that's gonna be too much, but let's do 0.2 to 0.2. F. Just gonna copy this and place it in the Y and Z for randomization. And let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Chain lighting. I don't know. Let's get again into the argument of range exception. Did that happen while I was playing or after? Did it happen after or before? Let's check that again, because I don't want to get any errors while I'm playing. Okay, console. Yeah, argument of range exception. It's in there. Selected true. So let's look exactly where that's getting called in there. Trans vector position B equal valid enemies. Okay. Yeah, because this is not going to be valid enemies B. This is going to be valid enemies I, because that's the other for loop that we have going on. So we want to grab the current enemy that we need, not the because this is only for the vertices. So yeah, I'm gonna switch that UV that I had there for an I. And the honored KitKat says, "Hello, what's up, the honored KitKat? Welcome to the stream. First timer here. So let me show you what we're doing here. I don't know if you have seen or you have joined the streams before, but I think this is the first time I've seen you in chat. So let me give you a little bit of an intro of what we're doing here. Well, I'm building this game. I'm making this game about this wizard guy, this still little wizard guy. And the main thing is like you have, if you press control, you're gonna get that menu, and you can do arrow combinations to select different spells. Like for example, I could do left, up, up, left, and I'm gonna get the fire spell. Or no, that's gonna give me the ice ball, which will allow me to freeze enemies and do like a damage on an area. There also we have the fireball, which is gonna like do fire damage, which is not going to be very effective against fire enemies, as you may have guessed. But yeah, we also have like two more, and now I'm trying to make the electricity spell that I have here work a little bit differently. Okay, yeah, like just display that line that you saw there. I'm trying to make it like jump to an enemy when it hits it. Okay. So at least we have something going on there. It does look kind of like a ray of some sort, so I'm pleased with how it looks. Now we just need to try to see that, but when or with the enemies, with the other enemies, when there are more, so it's not just one. Let's get there. Let's see. So I want to use the chain lining. Let's get in here. Okay, let's get them pretty close together. Let's do slow-mo. And I'm gonna fire towards that one. Okay, it kinda did what it was meant to do, but it went a little bit over them. Let's try this again. Yeah, how does it look in? Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to tell actually. It's gonna be very hard to tell for the player. But I mean, they look cool. The line renders look cool. It's just that they are not going exactly where I want them to go. Let's try to beat some, or the majority of the enemies, and let's leave just some. So I'm gonna leave these guys, these guys, and here, where they are, I'm gonna grab them, and their health script, I'm just going to I'm gonna change the max health to be like, I don't know, very large value, and the current health to be a very large value too. So if I go rest in here, let's see. Yeah, I don't know, because I thought this would be like more. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I thought it would be harder to know when the enemies got hit or when they were hit by this lightning thing. But I think it's pretty easy to tell when well, these guys have uh, the overlay now and also have like yeah, they have the overlay and they have the uh, what else is this? Like they just get the effect happening, so you know they're like stuck basically. You say I made an arrangement. We compacted cheese down to cheddar that fits in your mailbox. That's great news. Great news. I don't have a mailbox, but great news. Okay, let's see. Well, still like it's not working. But what do you say? Like, is it that important that there are like line renders going on? Because I think while they're a little bit cool, you're barely gonna see them. Like it's very hard to tell actually what's happening. If I didn't have the other effects or the other particles, maybe. But since we have them, it's pretty clear which enemies are were affected. You know, I think those extra particles are just like clutter and not really needed at all. You know, what do you say? And Dali is here and says, "Yo, what's up, Dali? Welcome to the stream. How is it going?" Um, so in here, I think I'll just get rid of those. I think I'm just going to discard everything. Is I just passing by? Well, thank you for passing by, Dali. I appreciate it. You say, Mijo, I don't see any line render bugs at all. At a glance, they won't be noticeable at all. Yeah, no, they don't have like, or well, they are a little bit bugged, but it's like hard to like just know where they are. Like, does it make any difference if I just disable them? Because I could like keep this very simple without them. And Tali say, how are you guys? And what are you working on right now? I'm good. I'm good. It's a cool Friday now. Well, not cool in temperature, but cool in how the day has been for me. And I'm currently working on the well, I was trying to make like some line renders go from the impact where well the impact position of the electricity spell towards the enemies that are affected by it. So yeah, we got like close to what I wanted, but I don't think it's gonna look as good as I thought, or it's not going to be as noticeable as I thought it would be. So I guess I'm just going to get rid of it. Let's see, fireball. Let's see, chain lightning. They always say chat's very cool. We're geolocating Roman. Yeah, they were trying to dox me. And Tali say not cool in temperature. For me, is goddamn 5 degrees outside. That's a good temperature to have outside, I guess. Like it's better than I don't know. Here I don't know what's the temperature right now, but we're rounding to towards 30s, 35s. No more than that, but no less. And yeah, I was working on that, but I think I'll just not use it. And also, I think I could have something similar to what I have with the other particle like to show the range of where the yeah the range of effect of this spell. And okay, that's insane. I take it in Celsius, right? Yeah, in Celsius. Were you talking about Celsius too? I guess, yeah, right? Because what would be 5 Fahrenheit? I don't know Fahrenheit. Uh, and that one guy say no one dogs you. Not yet. There will someday someone will dox me for real. Okay, so in here I'm just gonna. I guess I can just go in here and into GitHub and discard the changes, discard all the changes. This seems like a step back because we didn't like do anything. We were just trying things, but sometimes things don't work the way that we thought they were going to work, even though we did what we intended. So let's roll that back. Discard all changes. And yes, 5 Fahrenheit is like -100 or something. If you're -100 Celsius, you wouldn't be here. I don't think so. Um, Celsius, because you would basically be frozen. Say 30 is 0. I'm pretty sure. You always say if I don't find Roman, I'm chilling at a hotel Marriott nearby. Okay, well enjoy your stay there. Um, let's see, let's see. Let's go into Notion and line renders. I'm just going to delete this. I could do like a strike through so we know we actually didn't do this, but it's not because uh like we didn't do it. We just are not going to happen. Now for the last change, health bar color change. So that would be making our health bar um mm, well, yeah, it's gonna have different colors depending on the on the effect it has applied. Art to say 5 Fahrenheit is the wingspan of one bald eagle. So about 3 slavery colors or -10 Celsius. Yeah, that's freedom units, right? No, dude, like for real, I get so confused by you use miles and you use Fahrenheit. Those are the ones that I get confused by. Well, and feet and inches, that one is hard to get. Well, I guess since you're so used to it, it's not that hard. But yeah, for someone that doesn't use it or is not used to it, it's pretty uh, not that intuitive. Okay, so health bar color change. Let's do that because we need to go into the health bar script to do yeah to do that. So health bar here. And need to say unexpected kernel mode trap BSOD. I don't know. I need to switch to Linux. It's making me. And I can say point your pointer finger. Okay, my pointer finger from the tip of your finger to the first join. From the tip to the first join like this. This is what you. This is more. This is closer to a centimeter. or well, it's gonna be like 2 centimeters or something. Joint is 1 inch, but what's the joint? Maybe I got that wrong because joints aren't joints like the um. So 12 of those is 1 foot. That's an inch. 12 of those is 1 foot. Okay, but how do you know? Because the from person to person is gonna vary a lot. An inch is approximate 2 or 3 centimeters. Okay. Yeah, that person has gigantic feet. Um, your finger and bend it from the top of the tip to the first part of your physical body. You can bend it an inch. So this would be okay. So if it's like 2 or 3 centimeters, well, I have a ruler around here somewhere. I don't find it. I don't know where it is. Um, but yeah, all I know is I'm like 5'10", so that's 178 centimeters. That's the only thing in inches that I know. Just for like certain calculators or something where you need to put your height, they use uh feet and inches. But sometimes I get like 5'9", or sometimes I get like 5'11". I guess I'm just like 5'10". You have 12 fractions. So okay, within an inch you have 12 fractions. You say 12 fractions of an inch makes an inch. Okay, yeah. 12 inches make a foot. Okay. So why 12? Why 12? Couldn't you do 10? 3 feet make a yard. How are you gonna know the building amount? Like the heights are pretty standard. Okay. Let's get back into developing. Let's get back into developing. Here, shock visuals, health bar change. Here, let's open, or we're probably gonna need just a health bar, just a health bar script, because we have references to that in uh, in the enemies themselves or the entities themselves, unless it's the player. Because we use freedom. That's a good answer. Nikki said yes. And we use feet and inches for height. And Mijo would say, I saw that Ramon and was almost expecting there to just be a place labeled Roman's house. It's not going to be that easy. And artisan centimeters was invented because the French kept sending tall guys to the front in a war. So they reinvented measurements to make themselves sound taller. Yeah, maybe the reason, but isn't it more convenient to have it like separated? 100 centimeters is a meter, and also, like you can like just do 100. Like below, you have millimeters, so you can like just do hundreds and thousands. At least for like scientific stuff or like super accurate measurements, isn't that like more convenient? Well, I guess yeah, like you're used to it, so. Okay, fill image, do fill amount, update image fill percentage, but I also would like to change, well, I'm gonna do a public void, and I'm gonna do set status, or set elements, and yeah, BMI is flawed either way. And Anya says, "Hello, what are you doing? What's up, Anya? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. I want to do something. I'm in the middle of making that when you damage some enemies, or rather, when you affect them by some element, like let's say fire, ice, or electricity to the enemies, they know not only show you like an overlay or a color, but also I want to change the color of their health bar, so you know exactly, like you have more context on uh, their status. Like it's easier to know their status. So yeah, let me show you what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, if I hit it with this, you see there's like a little bit of a color change to in the material, but I also want to like change the health bar that they have on top of them. And Anya, you say, what is your constant about? My constant? What are you referring to, Anya? And okay, let's see. Set element, and I need to say here what the element is. Element. So what I'll get is basically I just want to get the fill image, and the fill image is going to be well, if I'm just gonna make sure if the element is not element dot none, then I want to do this. Else, I will store the default color of this. So private color, default color, and I'll do on void start. The default color equals the fill image dot color. And Anya, you say, sorry, it was content. Well, I don't get it, Anya. I'm sorry that I don't get it. I don't know what content is. Oh, like content. Sorry, I'm very sorry that I didn't understand. Oh, my content is like basically I just make games. I make well, I'm live most of the days, Monday through Friday. I'm live at the same time every day. So if you're like interested into like what how games are made and how I'm making my game, well, that you can join the channel. And also I make videos sometimes like about the games that I've been making and how I've been making them. But it's yeah, just game development in general, game development. So are you interested in game development or maybe some other sort of development? I don't know, web dev, AI, robotics, something like that. In big boulder the size of a small boulder, like this is very good. And Tally say, all right, I gotta go. Bye, y'all. Thank you for joining, Tally. Appreciate it. And see you next time. Bye bye. And Dark Art to say, lurking. All right. Um, Anya, you say, yeah, my friend told me about you. Who's your friend? Is he normally here in the chat or just saw the channel? And yeah, probably data point is date point. How many Romans is your house? I don't know. I don't really know. And Aryan. Oh, okay. Yeah, Aryan. Aryan has been here multiple times in the stream he joins. He's been like quite regular here. Okay, so here else, I'm just gonna do default color, or not default color. I wanna do the fill image that color equals the default color. But if I have anything that's not none, then I'm gonna do here. Basically, I want to do the fill image that color equals, and I have something called elements manager now, that instance, and I want to get the get element color, and this is gonna return me an HDR color, but I guess I can use it anyway. So here I'll just do elements, and that should allow us to use this when we change the status. And Aryan always talks about you. How kind of him? How kind? Well, he was here at the beginning of the stream. He was here. Yeah. So now that I can use that, I'm gonna actually like call that function. So where do I call it? It's gonna be only in well, everyone that with a player is gonna use this. So I will just do health, and I should get every single health script that I have here to like basically update it to display the new status. And Nick, you say, is Aryan even on Discord? I genuinely can't remember. I don't know if Aryan is in Discord. At least he's not. She's not active on Discord, but he is here. Okay, so yeah, let's open enemy health. Let's open what else? Health bar. No, I think that's just it. That's it. So we go in here, and when we get damaged, I need to override basically the receive damage function, because I have here the health bar, and when I do receive damage, I need to after check if there is an element. Yeah, I'm just gonna check if there is the spell data, that element, or here spell data dot element, or what do I have in here? Because I'm sure I have an element somewhere. Let's go to the definition of spell data. Oh, yeah, there. And you say he was here when? Well, he was here at the beginning of the stream. He joins like for the first hour or first 2 hours, because yeah, probably the first hour, because I think it's pretty late in India. So yeah, is Aryan DK in? Yeah, I don't know if Aryan is called DK in Discord. Yeah, that's someone else. So let's see. Yeah, enemy health, I get damage, and I get to call the health bar. Well, I guess I could do it here. If health bar is not null, or if health bar is null, I get it here, and health bar should no longer be null. I'll do set element, and I'll get the spell data dot element, or I was getting here just to see where I had the element. So status effect. So I need to get the status effect dot elements. And Cheesy, you're here. You're back. What's up, Cheesy? Welcome back to the stream. And you say, what's going on right now? I'm currently making that when you apply a status on an enemy, the health bar on that enemy is going to change color depending on the status of that. So, we have the overlay, like the color change a little bit when you, for example, fire a fire spell towards an enemy. Now I'm gonna make it the color of the health bar change too. And need to say, I don't know, someone should invent a link tree thing that's linked to all accounts and get the username from that. Does something like that exist? Okay, set element, and also if it's dead, is false. Yeah, I'll do this. But here on when I do the dive thingy, I will, if health bar is not known, I will do this here. And also, I'm gonna grab the health bar and set element back to none. So here, element, and I'm use, yeah, element, none. Need to say 1K subscribers is 1K subscribers. And GC say, oh, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you like it. Let's see how it looks, because I think now it should be kind of done. Like, it's a super simple thing to do. I just have to make sure that the colors look alright, and maybe put something else in there too. Let's see. And Anya, you say, from what country are you from? I'm from Chile, so in South America. And GC, you say, all that brain power happening right now? Yeah, I'm putting all my brain power to use. Celebrity status? No, no way. Okay, so these are not going to be like inflicting any status, but what about fire? What about fireball? Yeah, okay, so kinda. The field bar, at least it looks different, but it's not what I expected. Because I think the colors, yeah, they are HDR colors, so it's not gonna be like the same. So let's go into the element thing. And Anya, you say how it's it was nice meeting you. Bye, I have to go to sleep. Okay, Anya, was a pleasure to have you here and a pleasure to meet you. So see you next time. See you next time and take care. Bye bye. And GC, you say 2 new spells, Ice Ball and Lighting something. I couldn't remember full name. Yeah, so I maybe when you were here before, I didn't show you. But yeah, we have four spells. So this one, which is like just a regular magic spell. Then we have the Fireball, which is gonna inflict fire damage. We have the Ice Bomb, which does damage on an area and also slows them down. And the other one, which is the newest one, is this doesn't really have any audio yet, but it's the one that electrifies them. And Anya, you say you have to sleep too, bro. Bye. Here in Chile, it's like, what time is it? It's like 5 p.m. But if I slept now, it would be so early. But yeah, I will sleep when it's a little bit later. Okay, so let's go into the managers. Let's go into the elements manager, and here you see we have in here. Well, my face is on the way, but you see we have the like this thing here. where we assign colors. Well, I need to do not only those colors, but I need to do probably another type of color because this is like HDR, and the one that I need for that is not. So I'm gonna add in the elements manager a little bit of like a function that allows you to filter to HDR or not. Oh no, bro, it was for Mijo. Okay, yeah. Um, okay, so let's see. We have element colors, but I'm gonna call this element colors HDR, and I'm gonna do another serialized field here. Serialized field private color, and it's gonna be element colors, just like that. So when I do get element color, I'm going to get this from here, and I'll do a toggle. So the normal return is gonna be HDR color, or no, not HDR, but I'll do bool HDR, and I'll do false. So the regular one is gonna be false. Now, I'll just do this, which is going to basically, I need to return if HDR is true. I'm going to return from the element colors HDR list, return, and here if else, I'll return just element colors int elements. So yeah, I need to make this color array like that. And Seba, what's up, Seba? How are you? How is it going, Seba? And you say there are 70 or 60 minutes left to stop working. Uh, yeah, roughly. I don't think I'll be here. Well, let's see how many tasks we have left, because I think I could do this one, like finish this one, and maybe do this other one too. And I don't think I'll handle the other stuff because I think I'll work on that uh, on the weekend, because that's gonna be a little bit more time consuming, and I need to be like logged in. And GC, you say, what if there's like a poison spell and the HP bar is a dark green? Yeah, it would be cool having a poison spell. I'm gonna see it here, feedback. Let me copy this here. Poison spell. Poison spell. Here, let me put your comments here so I remember who said this. Here. I'm gonna just delete this one because I know, well, this is your image here. And it's not good to wake up late. Bye bye, Anya. Bye bye. Okay, so here, let's head into this again. So changing the colors. We need to assign the colors now. And also when I asked to get the other colors, I need to change this to HDR to be true. So let's see where we are calling this. And well, it's once on health bar. Once on health bar. Get element color and HDR true. Now where else? Where else? 4 references we have. So on elements manager, no, because we are on that script. And here, Yeah, so for every single one of this, I want to do true. And that should be it. Now I can close this and I can go back to here. And where is my health bar? I think I closed the health bar script that I had opened. Seba, you say, why is there some cheese in the idea spell? That's the profile picture of GCVR. Uh, I just copied the whole thing with the image too, so I know who sent the feedback. Yeah, so let's see. I need to go and open the health bar script again. Health bar. And I think it's just gonna be good. But I need to get yeah, this is not true. On health bar, this is not gonna be true because I need the non-HDR colors here. And I guess if I set the regular colors on the element manager, it should be correctly set up. Okay, element colors HDR. Okay, I'll have to set the colors again. Let's see, so no, they didn't, they were not saved. So yeah, let's see. So for eyes, or no, fire's first, so let's do fire. I'll just do here, something like this, and I'll put the intensity at 3. Then I'm gonna come here, and I'm just probably covering everything with my face. Let me get my face out of here for a moment. I'm just gonna paste this. This is for what? What is this for? This is for ice. So let's just do. Well, I'm gonna paste this again, and I forgot to make the alpha 255. So I'm gonna copy this again, paste it in here, and I'm gonna put it around here. It's gonna be closer to something white. And for the electricity one, I just want to basically paste and move it right around here, right around there. So now for the other elements, I'm gonna do the same thing. Let me put my face back, and it's just gonna be like, well, for this one, since the regular health color is already, since it's already red, I'm gonna make the fire things a little bit more like orange rather than just red. And here, let's just do something like this. And probably this should be like I could do some textures for this, so it's not only just color changes, but also like a texture that's a texture overlay over the health bar, so it looks a little bit more, I don't know, polished, looks better. But yeah, let's start with this, and since we are gonna have the functionality done, it's gonna be very easy to just add more functionality onto that, because it would be like calling more things in the same place. So yeah, for eyes, it's gonna be here, yellow, or sorry, blue, a light blue. And for electricity, it's gonna be slightly more saturated yellow. So let's see how that looks in our game. And let's see if it works, because I haven't checked that either. Let's go with our, well, depending on where we need to go. Okay, let's go with fireball. And okay. And TC say, I'm thinking about a lot of ideas. What if there's a new biome of like a dead or burnt forest, and there's a few dark wizard or observation towers with 5 to 8 enemies? Yeah, if in the case that I add something like that, I would need to like do. Well, I want to expand the world in some future update. Not now, but I'm gonna save that for later. Give me a sec. Let me try this, and I'm gonna copy that and leave it on feedback. And Moin LF says hello. Very good game. What's up, Moin LF? I hope I'm not butchering your name. And yeah, welcome to the stream. So here, let's see if the say I will sub. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it, Moin LF. Okay, so here we see, yeah, it is changing. It is subtle when it changes to the fire one, because it's like super similar to the normal one. So let's try with an ice bomb. This one should get something a little bit more different. Yeah. This doesn't look like super good, to be honest, but I'm gonna leave it there just because it gives you more feedback, and I'm gonna make sure that on other updates I'll make it look better. But yeah, also the color doesn't change back to its normal color when the effect goes away, so I need to make sure that happens. Let's get into enemy health, because that's where we have that, and probably on the flying enemy, because I didn't try on the flying enemy either. Yeah, because I'm inheriting from enemy health, so I guess I don't have it. I don't have to do it in here. I'm just gonna go to the definition, enemy health, and I want to modify it in here. So, what exactly should happen here? Maybe since I'm inheriting from health, I should also go to the definition there. And GC, you say maybe change the red in the background of the ice while attacking HP blue. Changing the red in the background of the ice while attacking HP blue. Yeah, maybe I need to do a lot of changes. For now, let me just copy your previous comment. And let me put it in here. So this is for dead, burnt biome. Why did it get pasted twice? I don't know why. Let's delete this. And I just say, hey Roman, tomorrow Valheim. Valheim, what time is good for you? Rally will be on early. I think I can't be that early tomorrow. If you want me to play early, I could play early on Sunday. But Saturday, I could be, I don't know, like 6 p.m. my time. So it's like 4 hours later than we used to play. But yeah, tell me, because I did really look in like this weekend we are gonna play like whatever happens. So yeah. And Cheesy, you say after 2 to 3 seconds after not attacking the enemy, it turns back to normal. You can apply special like color correction filters. And Assad says AI streamer. What? No. Why clearly AI? So yeah, so many feedback, so many things coming up. Oh, Arc Raiders. Yeah, I play Arc Raiders, or I have played Arc Raiders, but not. I haven't played it like now. The only thing I played on weekends has been Valheim with Art. Also, he's existing too loudly. Well, I'm AI then. I'm AI. Damn. Okay. So let's get this again. In health, I need to just put that back to what it was normally. Yeah, you wanna see my full well, it doesn't show up in here, but maybe here, like the full camera. Yeah, can you see my? I have a microphone here. That's why you don't see it. But yeah, let me put my virtual background again. Roman exposed before GTA 6, and I didn't say hi to Seb. Seb, sorry for not reading your message. It got lost in so many messages. But hello and welcome to the stream. How is it going? How are you, Seb? Good to have you here. Okay, so here, let's see. I need to first know when I have got rid of a status. So yeah, when I do the remove status, probably I could have something happen. I could have something happen there. So when I do remove, it's gonna be probably here, right? Remove status. So I do remove status. And Miho say chat is quite lively. I'll be lurking. Okay, okay. And you say I have a few problems, but I'm alright. Well, I hope those problems are not that bad and you can deal with them, Seb. Uh, yeah, best of luck to you. Um, okay, yeah. So what would I need to do? Because I could do another function that could be uh, protected, so I can just in whatever script is inheriting from this, I could change what happens there. So I think I'll do something like that. Mm, let's see, because I don't have like a health bar in here. I think because I'm using the base health script for the enemies and for the player, and the player works with another health bar UI. So yeah, I'm just gonna do protected, 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 virtual void remove status extra, and yeah, it's gonna be empty. Nothing will happen here. I just need to on whatever inherits this, I need to override it. So remove status extra. And Cheesy, you say, are you streaming on YouTube, on Twitch? No, I don't stream on Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch, but not not a lot of people used to like join, and it was a hassle to set up. So I'm just streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on vertical and horizontal, but only on YouTube. Okay, remove status extra, and now on enemy health, let's go and overwrite that. So where could I do this? Reset enemy. I guess I could do it around here after the dive function. Protected, override, void, remove, remove status extra, rust extra, remove status extra. Why is it autocorrecting me to something that's not correct? Like this. Now, what am I going to do? I'm just going to do if I have a health bar activated, health bar is not equal to null, I'll just tell the health bar to basically set element again, and I just want to pass the element dot, well, none. So I guess that would make it, that would do it. Let's see, let's try it out. And TC say I'm going to leave, but I'll try to remember to join later. Yeah, no worries. Okay, and take care. See you next time. I don't know if I'll be live when you join back or when you try to join back, because I generally stop like in half an hour more. So if you want to join the live again, I'll be live from Monday through Friday, and I always start at the same time. So yeah. And you can see when I start streaming on my banner on YouTube, it says the times that I start streaming, by the way. So yeah, let's try that in with the enemies again. I just want to see if now they the statuses or the colors on their health bar get back to normal. Okay, let's see. let's do fireball, or no, yeah, fireball. On this one, yeah, it works. It's just that the color is so similar that it's barely, you can barely tell. Let's do something with like the ice bomb, for example. Yeah, you can tell with that one. And let's wait for them to get their status off, so I can see if it goes back to normal. Yeah, it went back to normal for that guy. I don't know for the others why it didn't go off for the others. Mm, weird. Very weird. Maybe I'm doing something else after remove extra. So maybe that should happen at the end. So let's go into health again. And yeah, I'll do remove status extra at the end. It shouldn't matter that much, but since it's like extra functionality, I'm gonna have it at the end. And Nick, you say back. Did we see Banana Man? All day, all night, we're seeing Banana Man. Okay, let's try and see why this is not getting called. Mm, well, I don't see why it should get called. Let's try to do this another time. Let's try and see if it works now. I'm gonna do the ISO one, so we can clearly see the color change. Yeah, and the thing now is just waiting for those guys that have the status applied to go back to normal. And okay, they are going back to normal, but their health bar is not going back to normal. And Moin LF, you say, I have a problem with the aimbot. When I use dual controller and mouse keyboard, the player's head always rises upwards and cannot be lowered. What's the solution? Yeah, that's another question maybe. I don't know, maybe it's drift. It could be drift on the controller itself. Could be drift. So you would need to like get it fixed. There are tutorials on YouTube, but if you are not like familiar, you can always like send it to a repair shop probably. So I'm not really sure, but that would be like my best guess. Okay, so yeah, they're staying like that. Now let's see, let's go back to the health bar and maybe, yeah, if element is not none else, I'll do this. When am I calling this? I'm going to debug.log this, debug.log after I do this, and I'll ask for the entity name, or rather, I'll display that on the console, and it's going to be transform.name for, what else do I need? I need the element is going to be element, and also I will need the time, so probably this is getting called like twice maybe, like one after the other, and the last call tries to put the effect back on maybe. So let's see if that is the case. Time. And Moinalef say, I've edited the death zone. I think the problem is with the input. Not really sure. Not really sure. Are you? Are you? Do you have it connected to a computer, or are you playing on a console? Okay. Let's see. Once again. Let's this time use the chain lighting one. Electricity spell. Let's get in there. Let's see if the color changes after the effect goes away. No, doesn't go away. But now I can go in here and see where I have called this. So I'm just gonna clear this. I'm gonna just leave one enemy alive, just so I can get better logs. Why when I attack an enemy is getting the health bar set to yellow? Let's see. Maybe the default color is not properly set? That could be another reason why. That could be another reason why. Let's check. Let's check the not the element, because the element should automatically pick this up, but yeah, it's very weird, very weird. Yeah, let's see. Let's put resume, and now we are gonna get let's do the chain lighting. And before I do this, I need to get on the console. Okay, null reference exception. Where was that thrown? Health bar set element on received damage. Okay, so let's get rid of that problem before. So here, if the health bar is not null, only if the health bar is not null, we are gonna do that. Or otherwise, it's gonna throw us an error. And Moinlef, you say I connected it to the computer. I'm sorry, Moinlef. I don't really know that much about controllers. I don't really know that much about controllers, so maybe it's drift. That's like my best guess, and I don't really know about controllers, so I'm very, very sorry. But I can help you. And normally happy, you say, W game, what are you making it on? I'm making, and well, first of all, welcome to the stream. How is it going? Normally happy. I think you're, yeah, first time seeing your chat here, so I don't know if you joined other streams, but yeah, first time chatting. I'm making it on Unity. So this is the game engine that I use. It's Unity, and I'm using C# to make it. So are you interested in game dev or maybe other type of development? I don't know, AI, web development, robotics, something like that? Or just looking what is happening? Okay, let's see. Now at least we shouldn't get any errors. Or at least not one with the null reference exception. Okay. Let's see. Let's read this comment here. So it goes from it goes and activates the element electricity. And why is it called 2 times? I don't know why. But that's not a big problem. Or problem is that even though we are setting it to element none, it's not taking it back to the default. So I guess it's taking the default on start. Yeah, it's taking the default on start. No, it's not taking the default on start, so we are getting the default when we assign it as another element. In morning love, you say, thank you, you're the best person I've ever met. I also love your game and I think I can learn more from you. Thank you for your effort. I really, really appreciate the kind words. And well, best of luck to you with fixing the controller. I hope you can fix it. Um, and now, normally, happy you say, I love looking at people making games. Well, you're in the best spot then. Just that's all I do here. So if you enjoy it, you for sure will like it here. Yeah, beautiful words, very beautiful word by Moin Left. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so in here, I guess, yeah, I guess the problem with this is just not assigning the proper element. It's just that on start, the default color is not properly set. So what I will do is I'm gonna set it here on the inspector instead of having it on start, because maybe I'm also like trying to override start. And normally happy, you say, by the way, what is the game about? This game is about basically, let me show you. So you're this silly little guy here. You're a wizard and you can cast spells by selecting them with, well, you first press control and you're gonna have that show up, like that menu there. And then you have to input some arrow combinations for you to be able to select the spells. There are currently 4 spells. The latest one, I'm still working on it. But the ones that we have are, well, this is a normal magic spell. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's just a normal magic spell. But we also have a fireball, which inflicts fire damage, as you may expect. We have an ice bomb that inflicts ice damage that slows down enemies, and also those damage on area. And the last one that I'm just working on is the chain lighting, which is gonna let me show you with some elements. So when you hit one enemy, it's gonna also hit the closest ones to the impact, and it's gonna stun them. And what I'm trying to do now is like basically putting the color or like just what I did. I think I fixed it. I'm not sure, but yeah. So if you if you fire at them, they're gonna get like electrified, and their health bar is gonna change colors. So that's what I was trying to do, and I think I achieved it. But I still don't know why it works. Don't know why it works, because I thought I had to assign the color in here. Let's go into the health bar, and the default color, I need to grab the health bar fill. Let me just make sure that this is correctly set up. Health bar in here, and the default color is going to be that one. I'm covering it with my with my head, sorry. But yeah, this is it. Just checking some or just changing some things here. This is an UI element, so that's what I'm changing. And let me give it one more try, and we can move on to something else. But I think since I'm very, very close to my normally ending time, I think I'm gonna check if it works. If it works, I'm gonna save this, and I'm probably going to end it here very soon. And I'm glad that you find it cool. Glad that you find it cool. If you want to play the game, it's on itch. So it's the first link, or no, it's the second link in the description. You'll be able to play, like download the game for free, basically. Tell me what you think about it if you end up playing it. So here, okay, object reference not set to an instance of an object. So what is happening here? Yeah, Discord plug, by the way. Yeah, we have a Discord server, so if you're interested in like chatting with like the whole community, not and me too, of course, join there. We share memes, cat memes, and other stuff related to game dev. If you're working on something, feel free to share that there, so we can all see what you're doing. Okay, so it threw me like a problem here. Maybe the status element or the element wasn't set. Status effect. Maybe this wasn't set. On receive damage. Just could an element be not set? Probably. Let's go into spell data. Let's go into spell data, go to definition, and here status effect. Let's go into status effect. So it's gonna have as a base element none. And Nick say cat memes are the best. They are. Normally happy to say I'm gonna try it once I get back from school in about an hour. I'm on a break right now. Okay, tell me. Well, yeah, you can either tell me what you think about the game in the description of the game itself, or here when I'll be back to live on Monday, or join the Discord community, and there you can like tell me what you think about it. If you would like to have any changes happening there, you can also put your suggestions. Okay, so this is gonna be element none, but what about this? Maybe spell data is not, or the status effect is not assigned. Status effect may not be assigned. Because here, if I go, for example, okay, yeah, I want to do another check here. If it's not known and the spell data dot status effect is not known, then I'm gonna grab the status effect element, because it should always return none if it doesn't have anything assigned. So that shouldn't cause us any problems. Now let's get back in here, and yeah, let's do the lighting one. And also, I said I was gonna like do a build very soon. Like I tried to do one yesterday and I didn't do it. But during the weekend, I don't know if right after the stream, but during the weekend for sure. Like I promise, there will be a version that's a little bit more updated for the game. So it's gonna be 0.1.3, and it's probably gonna just hold all the changes until the settings menu addition that we did. There we go. 0.1.3. Yes. Because we are on 0.1.2, I guess, right? That's the latest that shows up there on itch. Okay, I think it's good. Let me try with every element. So what about fireball? I'm actually like one-shot killing them, but yeah, it should be there. Now ice bomb. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to get back to normal, so I know exactly if they are. Yeah, cool. Now, for a normal spell, will this do anything? No. Cool. Very cool. And Miho is saying, yo, did I hear 0.1.3? Yes. So during the weekend, I don't know if today, but during the weekend, I will have 0.1.3 in itch. So yeah, I have to remember to actually make you able to die, because now I have the debug version that doesn't allow you to die for obvious reasons, testing reasons. So yeah, but let's do the final commit for this week of work, and that's gonna be just making health bar color changes depending on status. status effect. Well, it's easy for effects. Let's find another title, a better title. Health bar, color change on status effect, or health bar color change depending on status effect, depending on status effect. Okay, so for the description, it's just going to be changes, or now the health bar color changes to the color of the status, or yeah, status element that has been applied. That's it. Let's do commit 7 files to main and push to origin. And that's it for today. So I'm gonna tease a little bit of what we're gonna be doing next week, because I want to have next week, or I want to have next version, or like next major version for next week. So we're gonna do the enemy boss. I'm gonna come probably with the design ready for Monday, or what the enemy will be ready. So we just get to implementation and we don't have to like think about anything during the stream. You say, Nate, I'm gonna change my name for the occasion. What are you gonna change it to? But yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna just have the health bar color change here, shock visuals, and also, yeah, let's just put this in here. We are done with the chain lightning. I probably should go in history, and put this, yeah, let's do amend the commit, begin amend, and plus electricity spell functionality, or electricity spell has been finished. Yeah, amend last commit and force push to origin, I'm sure. And that is it. So thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Had a lot of fun today, dude. I had a lot of fun today, really. Every day that passes, I just enjoy more and more working on this game. To be honest, I really like seeing that you also like the game. So yeah, I'll stop my rambling now, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and bye bye. Enjoy the weekend. Bye. Bye bye. Bye Seva. Bye Nick. Bye Mijo. Bye Sev. Have a good weekend.